Hey guys, how are you doing? It's David here, back again with another video. And today, I'm going to be covering if Salah is the greatest foreign import in the history of the Premier League. Since his arrival in the Premier League, Mohamed Salah has rewritten history books and become well-renowned as one of the best wingers or forwards the Premier League has ever seen. Today, I'm going to be diving in if Salah as a player, how he stands today in the history books, if he can compete with the likes of Didier Drogba, Gianfranco Zola, Dennis Bergkamp, and of course, the main man himself, Thierry Henry. Salah joined Liverpool in 2017 and a lot of skeptics and critics labelled Salah a failure before he even began because, of course, at his time at Chelsea. But obviously, since then, he has not only become a Liverpool legend and icon, but a Premier League legend and icon also. So, in his debut season, in the Premier League campaign 2017 to 2018 season, he racked up 32 goals out of 38 appearances, which is unheard of pretty much as a majority winger. Yeah, this is unreal achievement here. And obviously, we've seen recently Haaland score a few more goals, but that's a centre forward. That's his pride and joy. Salah is a winger. We see him as a winger consistently. And the way this guy manipulates the ball outside is unheard of pretty much in Premier League history. I mean, Henry started as a winger. We know he played in a front two with Bergkamp also just behind him. And that's different. That's different when Henry's your main focal point. But Salah is not so much the main focal point. Yes, he causes and disrupts a lot of chaos. He makes a lot of chaos, in that Liverpool front line, especially for any opposition that's facing them. But 32 goals in a debut season is unbloody real. I wanted to swear that, but it was unreal, honestly. And obviously, Salah is also the fastest Liverpool player to score 100 goals as well. So honestly, he's shattering records as an individual. And you know what? These groundbreaking results can definitely put him up there as a foreign Premier League great of all time. Not only that, but his longevity in the game is crazy. This guy, I would put him to score 20 plus goals every single season. It's a player that you can mark on him and say, look, you're scoring 20 plus goals. And the way he does it so consistently, the way that he builds up his performance in the game, especially when it counts the most. And we see him score plenty of goals against the big teams and show up on the biggest occasions. Obviously, that Champions League final where he got injured, a lot of people felt sorry for him because that was his moment to shine. His very first Champions League final there. So that was his moment to shine. And obviously Ramos did put the nail in the coffin on that one. But Salah, in the next Champions League final, the one that they won against Tottenham, again, was outstanding. And I admire him so much for his just willing, his performances, everything that he does on the pitch. He just lays it on. He lays it on and he doesn't care less about who he's facing. Doesn't matter. And he will perform on the bigger stages all the time. Yeah, and this guy definitely deserves it. Definitely deserves all the accolades that he brings because he is unreal. Very, very unreal. And there's something about him that a lot of football enthusiasts can admire from a watchable perspective because he's a guy that you will go and pay to see 100%. Next thing is Salah's all-round game. His versatility is unparalleled. He can do everything on the pitch. And his passing game, his dribbling, his pace. Obviously, his pace has dwindled a little bit over the last few years. Obviously, with age, that will naturally come. But everything about him, he is a very versatile and all-round player. When you look at a player to receive off a pass, for example, Salah's your guy. When you look at a player that can deliver a great cross or a great pass into a dangerous area, Salah's your player. If you're looking for a guy to run in behind the defensive line, Salah's your player. A guy that will initiate a counter-attack, Salah's your player. So all these different things come together to create a very well-rounded player that will transcend history for Liverpool. And you saw it in many seasons with Liverpool, even when they were competing with Man City, apart from the one that they won in terms of the Premier League. He's always there. He's always there doing everything that he can to help the team. And that is one main crucial thing. If he's there to help the team, that just elevates his player status to another level. Salah also has created memorable moments for all Liverpool fans around the world. The goals that he scored against Man City quarter-final of the Champions League, that amazing goal that he scored against Chelsea, unbloody real. And obviously a final Champions League, Tottenham penalty pressure moment, and he delivered as well. There are certain things that Salah brings, and one thing is going to be memorable moments for these Liverpool fans all across the world. And that in itself, when you contribute to Liverpool's success as a team, then you will be always remembered as an amazing player. So, where does Salah rank against the best Premier League foreign imports of all time? And for me, still, Henry still takes the crown. I think Henry just had something magical about him. Every time he stepped onto the pitch, he was just going to produce something that only dream football players can produce. And yes, Salah has produced those moments. I've mentioned them. But there's something about Henry just oozes class every time he's touched. Silky smooth. The way he could run, glide past players. I mean, I'm a Real Madrid fan. I remembered when Henry took apart Real Madrid single-handedly at the Bernabeu. Honestly, one of the best performances I've ever seen from a player, even if it was just 1-0. It was magical. The way he glided past pretty much our whole team and destroyed us, while my best player of all time, Ronaldo or Fenomeno, was watching literally just like with his mouth open like this. You know, so honestly, Henry still takes the crown. There's some certain goals that he scored that just blew my hat off in its entirety. But Salah definitely ranks up there. I would put probably Salah in the top 3 of all time, next to Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, who is my other favourite player. I absolutely love Dennis Bergkamp. He was just incredible. Incredible to watch. But Salah, I tell you what, if he does and replicates what he's doing at the moment, he could definitely replace Henry in maybe a year, 2 years to come, because this guy has won it all. He's won it all with Liverpool. And there's something about Salah that I just love watching him play. Every time he receives the ball, he always wants to take a man on. He shows no fear. He shows no fear. And what he's done, may I remind you, for the Arabic world as a player who's come into the Premier League and become recognized as one of the best of all time, one of the GOATs, is truly an amazing feat. And there's nothing more that you can say about it. Obviously, another players that I mentioned in the beginning of this video, Zola, amazing. Aguero, amazing. Didier Drogba, absolutely incredible. But I think Salah's just ahead of them. I think Salah now has gone ahead of them. As soon as this Premier League season is done, and if Liverpool win this Premier League season, then I'm sure he skips ahead of Dennis Bergkamp. And he just takes a little bit more from him to cement his place as the greatest of all time. A greatest of all time foreign Premier League import into, obviously, this league and becoming a Liverpool great and legend. Honestly, I just love Salah for everything he stands for. I think he's an amazing player. And you know what? I wish him all the best. Hopefully, no injuries find him. Obviously, touch wood. And he can literally win this Premier League title. If they go on to win the Champions League, you know what? All credit to them. And you know what? Liverpool have an absolute gem in him. Guys, that's the video done. Make sure you subscribe, comment down below, let me know your thoughts on this. And you know what? I gotta say, it's time to end the stream. Take care, guys, and all the best. Take care.